Hi guys, get ready with me while I tell y'all about my first fight. This was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think it was like a little over 3 years ago. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, this is for entertainment purposes only. I did my makeup literally in 5 minutes, so let's hurry up the story time. So my brother ended up getting veneers when he was 17 years old, and this person, I don't know if he didn't like my brother. I don't know. My brother was 17. He was 23 at the time. The other person. So when my brother, whenever the dentist that my brother went to posted his like video, because the dentist that we go to, they like take videos and then they post it, but they don't post it right away. They take like months to post it, or like weeks to post it. So they took like a little while to post it, right? So they finally posted it. So my brother was like, oh my god, he was so excited. He was like, finally, like they finally posted the video. So my brother reposted it, and this guy, and so wait, let me backtrack a little bit. Me and this guy, we worked at the same club. I was a bottle girl at this time, and this guy was a promoter. So we worked at the same club. And I don't know if I seen it first or my brother seen it. I think my brother followed him or somebody sent it to my brother. I can't quite remember. This was like I said, a little bit over 3 years ago. And so he was all like, what the hell, like, look, or I think I stepped that, or somebody sent it to me. Oh, one of me and my brother's mutual friends, she was all like, what the fuck, like, why is he talking about your brother? And then I think I had showed my brother. Yeah, that's how it went. So then I texted him. Oh, the way he had said whenever he reposted it, it was like, because my brother, like, he got a gum lift as well. So they had to numb his mouth. So whenever, like, my brother smiled, like, to show his teeth, he looked all crazy because he was numbing his mouth. So he was all like, he looks dumb or something like that. Like, just dry talking, like, mess about my brother. Like, why does his mouth look like that? And, like, whatever, you know? And, like, let's keep in mind that his best friend got her teeth done with the same doctor that my brother went to. So it's like, what's teeth? Like, you can't say that his teeth are trash because your best friend went to the same doctor. But his mouth is, like, crooked because he literally just got his teeth done. He got a gum lift. Like, what the fuck, like, what's teeth? So like I said, my brother was 17 at this time, and this guy was 23. But it didn't even matter about that. Like, to this day, like, you've been talking about my brother, like, I'm gonna say something. Like, you can say as much shit as you want about me, but when it comes to my brothers, I don't play that shit. Like, I would literally go to jail behind them, and I don't give a fuck. Don't play with my fucking brothers. Even though we all know Josiah he could handle his own, that's not the point. He's still my little brother. The fuck? So I texted him and I was all like, what the fuck, like, what's tea, like, why are you talking about my brother? My brother's texting him, and it was just this big old thing. And I knew I was gonna see him regardless because we worked together. Like, we literally were around each other all the time. And not even that, like, I didn't even go into it like thinking like I'm gonna fight this guy. Like, I haven't even gotten a fight ever in my life. Like, what? I did not expect my first fight to be with a guy. And so fast forward to, I think him and my brother exchanged words, like they were gonna fight or something like that. But what the fuck? No, bitch, that's like, you could go to jail for that. He's literally a fucking baby and you're 23 years old. What? Like, a 17-year-old cannot be pissing you off that much that you would want to catch a case behind that. Like, what the fuck? So it was a Thursday night, I think. And my club, like, back then, well, they still do it, like, if you're a bottle girl and, like, if you work for a club, they still do this. But sometimes you have to go out and you have to, like, even if you're not on the clock, like, on schedule, I mean, you still have to go out and, like, show love to, like, the club, like, on the weekdays and, like, things like that, right? The weekends I didn't really care about, but the weekdays you have to. So it was, like, a Thursday, and he was in the DJ section. I had seen him. He was in the DJ section. Ugh! DJ section, and I was all the way in the back of the club. So I'm already lit, and I am like, I'm just having a good time. So I was with one of our regulars there, and he comes and he said out loud, like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, you know what, this shit for baddies, not to me, but, like, to the people, like, so it was a section here and it was a section here. I was in the section, but, like, in order for us to, like, leave that section, like, we had to all exit the same thing, you know, so, like, our sections were literally like this, right? And so I just over here, like, whenever I'm lit, I, like, hear things times 20. Like, my hearing is just times 20. So I was all like, okay, like, why did he come all the way over here to say, you know, I did it for baddies, but I didn't make it? And I was just like, boy, get the fuck. So I turned, so my manager comes, and my manager grabbed my manager comes, and this guy that wanted to fight my brother grabbed my arm. And so, bitch, I was on go. I said, don't fucking touch me. Baby, the first thing that came out of his mouth was, where's your brother? Da-da-da-da. Like, where's your brother at? Like, da-da-da. I said, bitch, fuck you. You're not touching my brother. The fuck? And then so the security, like, we were just like going at it or whatever, and then the security ends up coming, and my manager was like, let her go, like, she works here. I'm telling y'all, like, I probably look like a psychopath. And then so so I got out of the section and I ran right here, because then it was like a little glass little like little thing, so I hopped over it. And I was all like, what? Like, I'm right here. Like, you're not touching my brother. Like, da-da-da-da. And then he was all like, and he had a red drink in his hand. I told my manager, get that red drink out of his hand. I had my cream Prada purse. I had a cream outfit on. Or I think my outfit was white. One of those. Either way, if it got stained, I would have been very, very upset. And so I was all like, get him. I said, get that drink away from him, because he's going to throw it on me. I already know he's going to throw it on me. Sure enough, he threw that drink on me. Like, whenever I'm like, I'm right here, da-da-da, I seen red. That was my go. Like, I think I blacked out, actually. Like, baby, I don't even know what the fuck happened. All I remember is I ended up at the bar on the other side of the club, and I just remember looking at my hands, and I had long nails, probably like this, and obviously, like, they, like, came off, and it was, like, dripping and gushing everywhere. And at this point, I didn't even care about my Prada purse. I didn't even care about if I got, like, my outfit stained or not. Baby, I was just very concerned about my nail. Like, what? And so I was all like, what the hell? They ended up kicking him out, though. And, yeah, so they gave me a cup of ice or whatever, and I ended up leaving. The club was already done anyways, but, yeah. So, fast forward, still at the club, like, a year later. I ended up quitting, and then I became, like, a bottle girl again. And then he seen me at the, like, I was, like, passing the bar, and he was all like, hey, like, this is, like, a whole, like, year later. And I was like, hi. And I only had the energy because he didn't come, like, hey, you stupid bitch. No, he was just like, hey, like, come here. Girl, you could have dragged my ass. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yes. Because I'm like that for him. Like, yeah. And then he was all like, I just want to apologize to you a year later, which is very, very mature, you know, because I don't think I would have apologized, to be honest. Well, I don't even start shit for real, but anyways, he was like, I just want to apologize to you. He was like, you're real as fuck. Like, honestly, if that was my little sister, I would have did the same thing. Like, I respect you so much. He was all like, whatever. And I was like, yeah, like, whatever. Like, I just want you to know that I only did that because I was sticking up for my brother. Like, you were grown as fuck, you know, like, my brother's, like, 17 years old, you know, like, I don't know why, like, he had you, like, that pressed, like, what the fuck. I think I said that in my head. I don't think I said that much. I don't think I was talking that much, but I was like, yeah, like, it's cool. Like, I did tell him, like, I did it for my brother or whatever. He's like, yeah. He was like, we're good. I was all like, yeah, we're good. And after that, like, it hasn't been nothing other than that. Like, baby, I had to, like, check him a little bit for him to stop talking about my brother, and he never talked about my brother after, like, that little incident at the club. Like, he didn't talk about my brother at all, but he was going on Instagram and, like, ranting and, like, this stupid bitch, like, da-da-da. His best friend, I think, was posting about it and shit like that, but, like, I didn't get touched or nothing like that after that. But yeah, that's the tea.
So I was actually debating on posting this because I don't like anyone to know, like, my personal business on social media. But I just want to make this video to just kind of, if you're going through the same situation, just know there's always a way out. So let's get to it. So in September of 2023, I had decided that it was time for my now husband, for us to finally move in together, right? He was like, you should, like, we just need to stop doing this long distance relationship. He was driving 6 hours and I was driving 6 hours to go, like, see each other. So I made the decision. I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine. Like, so I pack up, leave my apartment. I leave my stable job. I leave my family back in Tennessee. And I was like, okay, like, let's see what this new life is about, right? So him and we ended up moving into my mother-in-law's house. And at the beginning, it was all roses and pink. You know, I would come visit. She would treat me like a princess. She would buy me things, you know, just treat me so good. But there's a saying in Spanish, hay un dicho que dice, el muerto después de 3 días apesta. And I would also always hear like these horror stories of like mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, and I never thought it would happen to me until like it fucking happened to me. So fast forward, you know, at the time when I move in, I obviously don't have a job. You know, he took me to a little town where everyone knew everyone, and there was literally only a Walmart, and there was little to no opportunities there. And they were like, oh, well, like if you can't find a job, like work as a teller at the bank. And I'm like, nothing's wrong with being a teller, but like I didn't go to school for that. Like I work in HR. I'm an HR manager now, thank the Lord, but I was not going to do that. So meanwhile, you know, while I'm jobless, I'm like cleaning the house, cooking for him, washing my man's clothes. Like I'm even cooking for her man at the time. Like, girl, you was at work, do your thing. I'll take care of the house, right? Well, after several months, that shit was just not good enough for her. Like, she would literally make backhanded comments saying like, oh, is that how you clean? Así no se hace eso. That's not how you do it. There was a comment made to my sister-in-law from her saying like, oh, ¿a poco así se limpia el culo? Like, oh, is that how she wipes her ass? When I heard that, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, is this lady really talking shit about me? Like, I might not know how to do it the way that she wants me to do it, but I would get that shit done. Anyways, fast forward, I would let that shit go, whatever. There was days where she'd be nice in my face, but that lady literally made me so fucking depressed living there. Like, she would come home and scream every day at her daughters. Like, her daughters would have to go outside, like little slaves, bro. Anyways, majority of the time, I just wanted to be in my room after my man got home. Like, we would cook. Sometimes she would, but like most of the time, I would always try to cook for him because he was working for the both of us. So like when he got home, I just wanted to spend time with him. Anyway, she found a problem of that. She's like, you guys are always in your room, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, yeah, ain't nobody want to be around y'all. Fast forward to like April of last year. So his sisters... one of his sisters, his older sister, she had just had a baby. So, and I didn't think of this till after the fact. I was like, oh, she was going through postpartum. But like, bitch, you're not going to talk to me the way that you talk to me. So one day my husband had just got out of work, and she came barging into our room talking like heavy on him. Like, hey, like you need to come out and do this, help mom, like very demanding. So I was sitting on the corner of the bed and I was like, girl, you are not, like, stop talking to him like that. So she gets defensive and she's like, who are you to tell me what to say or what to do? So then I have a big ass mouth and I'm like, excuse me? I was like, I'm his fucking girlfriend. Like, who the fuck are you talking to him like that? So anyway, she comes closer to me and I get up because I was like, bitch, you're not going to be talking to me down like while I'm sitting down. So at the time she had her baby in like in this little like wrapped up thing. I don't even know what it's called. But my man gets in between us. So then his older sister like starts coming in here throwing hands at my man. Like, bitch, you don't even know what's going on. Why are you even throwing hands? Anyways, that whole night, it was a shit show. His parents walk in and they're like, oh, like, yeah, cálmense, and we'll talk about this later, blah, blah. So later, come to find out, these girls go shopping. Like, it even gets worse. Like, there's this girl named Allison Rodriguez that tried home wrecking my relationship when we first started dating because he used to mess around with her and didn't claim him, right? So come to find out, after that whole ordeal that night with my sister-in-laws and my, like, in-laws, they go prom shopping with the girl that he used to mess with. So when I found that out, I was like, oh yeah, bitch, I do not want nothing to do with you. So his middle sister then, fast forward in May, she literally texts me and she's like, hey, we should leave everything in the past. Like, I want you to come to my graduation. And I was still nice and I was like, oh yeah, thanks, whatever. Like in my head, I'm like, bitch, I am not going to your graduation after you just did that sneaky shit behind my back. So anyways, while I'm still living with them, I have a friend who, Jenny, if you see this, I love you. Thank you and Rashad for changing my life. So I was like, I reached out to her and I was like, hey, I really want to get out of here. Kevin and I need to like find somewhere to live. Like if it's a house, if it's an apartment. At this point, bitch, I didn't even care. I was like, take me somewhere. So then she's like, yeah, like I'll get you guys going in the process, whatever. So then we start the home buying process. So then I have a conversation with my husband and I'm like, you do not tell them that we're buying a house because they are evil and they will literally give you mal de ojo. They're going to start talking shit on me, talking shit on you about how we shouldn't and can't buy a house. Sure enough, they did. Like, they would ask me like, oh, what's your budget? Like if you ever got a house. And I was like, oh, maybe $250,000. And they were like, oh, Anna wants a house of $250,000. Like that's too much. Anyways, they didn't know. But there's also, so we all sit down and we're having dinner, right? Just me, my husband and his mom one night, and she literally was like, oh, ustedes nunca van a poder comprar una casa, y ustedes no tienen el dinero salvado, like you guys don't have this money, you guys don't have this. But I was like, Lord, like please help me not say anything to this fucking lady right now before I slap her. So then fast forward, we end up getting accepted to, go sign for a house and everything. So I'm like, oh my God, like I finally get to leave this place. So anyways, we sign, I come home or come to her house and I literally pick up and pack my shit and I throw the shit in the truck and I'm like, let's go. Like I didn't even say bye to this lady because like, thank you for everything that you've done and letting me stay here. But like, bitch, you were so disrespectful. Like you don't even deserve a bye from me. Wait, so backtrack. Like when we told this lady that we were moving out, she literally had no emotion. She was just like, no, pues está bien. And I was like, oh my God. Anyways, we move into our own home and my husband is still working down there. So he's having to drive like an hour and a half to his job until he finds a new job. So he said that his mom like literally was like, hey, can you help me do something on my phone? So then he was like, yeah, sure. He said that when he popped up her phone on Safari, this bitch had our address pulled up to see everything about our house. Like, how the fuck did you get our address, weirdo? Anyways, so now we're married. Now we own a home. And he decided to cut off his family because of the sneaky shit that they've done behind our back, which is one, still talking to the girl that like he used to mess with, and two, like all the shit that they've talked about. Anyways, if you're looking to keep a good relationship with your in-laws, do not move in with them because everything changes when you live with someone or a group of people. And second of all, like I have come to a conclusion that if I want peace, I need to learn to forgive people. So God has already put that in my heart. Like I forgive them and things happen for a reason, but always remember that the way that people treat you is just a projection of who they really are. And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm a saint because I'm not. Like,
Hey guys, get ready with me where I tell you about how I found out that one of my closest friends was messing around with my ex. Yeah. So this is someone that I became friends with in high school and we got very close. So when I found out that my ex was cheating on me, I really didn't have anyone to go to, so she was the first one that I went to. As someone that I considered my best friend for a while, I trusted her and told her everything. Ugh, best feeling ever. So when I found out he was cheating, I literally called her that same night. So when I called her, she was being very weird towards me, and she was like, OMG girl, she was asking me so many questions, how I found out, if I knew who it was. And then I told her, I was like, no, like I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna find out. I think what hurt the most is the fact that I was literally crying on the phone with her, and the whole time she knew that she had been messing around with him. My thing is that it's not even about the man because I can care less about him. It's the whole point that this is my friend, or she's supposed to be. Mood. And y'all might be asking like, well, how did you find out he was cheating? Well, one day, it was a regular day, we were seeing each other, and I found some stuff in his car that did not belong to me. And he tried to play it off like, oh my God, they're my sisters, but I know his sister and they were not his sisters. So while I had called her and was ranting to her about everything, I asked her to share her screen so that we could stalk his social media through her phone. I think something that I noticed straight off the bat was that when I asked her to share her screen, she was taking a long time to do it. And she was like, oh, like, why can't we do it on yours? And I was like, girl, I'm blocked. Like, we can't do it on mine. So as soon as like she was taking forever, my brain automatically was like, girl, why is she being weird? So I would say like about after 5 minutes of me asking her to share her screen, she finally shares it. So we're going through his stuff through her phone, and I'm not seeing nothing, right? I'm like, okay, whatever. We switch subjects, we start talking about something else, and then she's like, oh, like I want to show you like some guys that I've been with, right? I'm like, okay. So she starts showing me, and she's going through her camera roll. This is where things start to get weird. So she's going through her camera roll, and I see screenshots of his social media. And I'm like, okay, I don't address it. I act like I didn't see nothing. I'm like, whatever. It's probably nothing. I ignore it, go on about it, don't care. But now that I think about it, I should have addressed it right there and then when I saw that. Because what was the reason of her taking screenshots of his social media? It's just weird. So a couple weeks pass by, not thinking anything about it, right? Then things start to get even weirder. Me and her shared locations, but then all of a sudden, she's not sharing hers anymore. We went like that for a couple weeks of her not sharing her location, didn't think anything of it, didn't even think to address it. Then one random morning, I wake up and I'm blocked. She has me blocked on everything. But at that moment, I didn't know I was blocked, right? Because it just said user not found. And I thought she just deactivated her social media. And I knew that she was going through some mental stuff, and I was like, you know what? She probably deactivated her social media. Como pendeja. I was slow. Still am, kind of. No shade. Mind you, the whole time I'm like, damn, she deactivated her social media. I feel bad. Like, she's really going through it. No, girl. You were blocked. So me thinking that my friend needed space, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it to her. We'll talk another time. Me and her had a mutual friend. So weeks later, I end up messaging that mutual friend, and I'm like, hey, do you know what happened to so-and-so? And she's like, yeah, like she just posted on Instagram. Mind you, I'm a concerned friend that my friend deactivated her social media, not knowing I'm blocked. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, can you show me? So when she ends up sending me the screenshot, I'm literally like shook. I'm like, damn, like she blocked me on everything. And I was like, we haven't gotten into an argument, we haven't gone through anything, so what was her reason? Her reason was that guilt, baby. That guilt of her messing around with my ex was eating her up. So for some reason, something just told me, like, she's messing around with your man, right? I was like, okay, I'm gonna message her. So I end up making a fake account, and I end up messaging her, and I start going off on her. I'm like, I know you're messing with him. You think I don't know, like, I'm not slow. Well, I am, but, like, with stuff like that, I'm not. Baby, I catch on easily. I'm an FBI agent, baby. Don't play with me. So she reads the message, and she ends up trying to play it off like, I don't know what you're talking about. You're literally insane. None of this ever happened. So I told her, okay, either you tell me the truth, or I'm going to message him, and he's going to tell me the truth. Because that man, till this day, can't get over me. So she ends up confirming that they did text, but that he texted her first, right? So what did I do? Ran to my ex, not in real life, babe, because I don't run. But I ran to my ex, and I called him, no caller ID, And when I tell you, I was going in on that man, girl. I did not care. I was saying anything and everything, babe. I would get canceled for the stuff that I said. So then he's like, what are you talking about? I never messaged her first. She was the one that messaged me. So I asked her for proof. What does he do? Send me proof of her messaging him first. Yeah, girl. Just thinking about it literally pisses me off. Like, thinking back to it, this happened like 3 months ago. So once he sends me all the screenshots, I save them, I send them to her, and I'm like, okay, what like can you say now? And she starts going in on me. She starts saying the most diabolical things about me that I was just like, wow. Like, you were supposed to be my friend this whole time, and this whole time you really thought of me like this? So then I end up telling her, my family and your family are very close. We will be running into each other anytime soon. And I told her, take it how you want, but I will be seeing you. And she just starts calling me crazy. Oh, you're so psycho. Like, no wonder why he doesn't want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't want to be with me, but yet still hits my DMs, right? Okay, makes sense. Mind you, I've seen her family a couple times, and I have yet to see her around anywhere, because she knows better. One thing I forgot to mention is that she would literally follow every guy that I would tell her that I've talked to. She would go and request them or follow them. Another red flag. That is another reason why I won't give him the time or the day, because the fact that he's been with her and I already know how she is and certain things, yeah, babe, no thanks. But this is a sign to always trust your intuition, because I could you not, it's always right, girl. It's the fact that the guilt was literally eating her up, that she had to block her friend because she knew what she was doing. My thing is, like, did she think she was gonna get better treatment than me? Baby girl, no, you weren't. But hey, if she enjoys my leftovers, babe, go ahead. Trust me, I already been had that. On to the next. And this is why I have trust issues, because the people that I've loved the most and been there for the most have hurt me the most. Okay, sorry guys if this story's all over the place, because I'm already sleepy. It's literally gonna be 4:30 in the morning. I love you guys. Drop a follow if you don't follow me yet. We're almost at 40K. Love you guys. Stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to sleep.